So according to news reports, according to Fabrizio Romano, Real Madrid want Denzel Dumfries. Now he's not the only option. Let's get through all the options. There's first of all Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro is a good player. He's 27, I believe. He's 26, 27 years old. And he's quite expensive, 40 million euros. And he's playing for Tottenham. Tottenham almost got relegated. I think Man City's gonna pick him up. I don't think Real Madrid should sign him. And then we have Ivan Fresneda. We know about him. He was in La Fabrica. He's a fantastic talent. He was playing good in Real Valladolid. And now he's playing for Sporting. He's a fantastic player, only 21, and he's quite cheap. Real Madrid would do wonders if they sign him. He's for the future, and if Real Madrid sign him, it's not a bad signing, but I don't know if he's gonna improve us in this current moment. And in this current moment, Real Madrid need improvements now. They need it in this current moment. And that is where Denzel Dumfries comes in, because he has a 25 million release clause that Real Madrid can just put that bid in. They don't even have to do much negotiations and sign him immediately. Now the thing is, Denzel Dumfries is way older than them. He's 30 years old. Ivan Fresneda is 21, Pedro Porro is 27. So there's a huge difference in the ages. But I think Dumfries is the best option. Why is it the best option? He will improve us in this current moment. He will give Trent Alexander-Arnold a huge run for his money and huge competition in the right back position. So you ask the question, what makes Denzel Dumfries so important and so special, and how can he even improve Real Madrid? The way I know him is, he's a big game player. He shows up in the big matches for Inter Milan, performed against Barcelona. This was one of his best performances of his career. Put on a 10-star performance, literally a 10 out of 10 rating. He scored 2 goals in this match, assisted 2 goals, but he was sensational. He did well even against Rafinha, and that is a good sign, because we need players that can perform against Barcelona or have experience of performing against Barcelona. So Denzel Dumfries is a very explosive player, very aggressive player. He will run at you, he will push you off that ball, he will muscle you off that ball. And he kind of is a bit of a foul merchant, I can't lie. Like, I've seen this guy in matches, I watch him, and this guy just fouls so much. And that is a huge risk. We don't want a foul merchant in the team. But his defensive displays is good. He is one of those wingbacks that's similar to Carreras, who's fantastic when it comes to defending. He's strong, he can run for the entire match, like full blown. If we have a player that needs to play full 90 minutes, Dumfries is the guy. And he's not very injury prone from what I've known. I think Dumfries is a perfect player for Real Madrid, and matter of fact, he can help us very much when it comes to set pieces. In set pieces, we are terrible. We are terrible because our defenders always get muscled off the ball, always get destroyed when it comes to aerial duels, when it comes to being good in the air. Dumfries will help us in that. Dumfries is very good in the air, good at heading, good at scoring headers. And when we move on from scoring headers, this guy's positioning in attack is amazing. He knows how to sneak into the box to score. He's done this so many times for Inter. The opposition knows he's gonna do it, but they still can't seem to catch him. Not to mention this trick he does in corner kicks. He will be in front of the goalkeeper, and then Inter Milan do a set piece where one of their players will head the ball to him and then he kicks the ball in. It seems to work, and I think that is also a good thing to keep an eye on for what he can add to this team. He adds experience. We need experienced players. Like, I'm kind of tired of Real Madrid signing super young players, and then when they play, and they were also signed for 50 million. Let's not get that out of the way. Signed for expensive amounts of money. When they do play, they're not ready. Then they have to go on loan. So Dumfries ticks off many boxes. He even ticks off the counter-attacking box off. Now, if we do play under José Mourinho, counter-attacking football is going to be the football we play. Dumfries is great in counter-attacks, so I think he's a perfect signing for the team. If he does join, what squad number would he have? He would either get number 2, which was Carvalho's number, or number 22, which was Rudiger's number. Because I think they'll give Rudiger the number 2 or the number 4. So I think when it comes to squad numbers, I know this is not a very important thing, but it is quite interesting what number he could get. This is an easy deal for Real Madrid to make, and he will be, as I said before, great competition for Trent. Now, unfortunately, he's a player that does have his flaws. He has flaws, we can't ignore it. Technically, he's not the best. His first touch is not the best. He doesn't play necessarily well in tight spaces. Trent is great in tight spaces, great in playing the ball when he's getting pressed. Dumfries, however, he's not the best. He's not elite in it. He can do it, but he's not, as I said, he's not elite. And when it comes to what is not elite, his creativity is not on Trent's level. His passing is also inconsistent. He's done many assists through being on the right side and putting the ball in. However, it is quite inconsistent. There's sometimes he passes far away from the players. And that is a few weaknesses of him. He's not a perfect player. Nobody is a perfect player. And the issue is, if he joins Real Madrid, he's gonna have to go up against low blocks. Now he's like a wingback. He's gonna run at the attack, and that's not gonna work against low blocks. These La Liga teams are unbelievable when it comes to low blocks. They will throw 11 players at the back, and this is where Dumfries is not gonna shine. This is where a player like Trent will shine more than him. Trent's passing is elite. He will throw in a pass that can destroy a low block. Dumfries doesn't have that killer final ball. That is the only place I think Dumfries will struggle in. With Trent, you have competition for him. Who's gonna start between the two of them? If we have José as the manager, Dumfries is gonna start over him. Because I don't think José is gonna like Trent that much. But I do think he's gonna like Trent in certain aspects, like his passing, of course. What I do see in this new season is if we sign Dumfries or whoever we sign, if we sign Porro, if we sign Fresneda, they probably will play more than Trent in the season. I don't think José will be a fan of Trent. Number 2 is Trent is quite injury prone. That is why we had to play Valverde many times at right back. And either way, that is a great thing. It's a great thing to have such a strong team, to where if Trent is not playing, you have a player like Dumfries who can come up from the bench. You know, when I was watching that Champions League final, like when Arsenal was playing against PSG and it went to extra time, their team was still better than PSG's team. What that means is that quality players on the bench that replace their quality players that already played the full 90 minutes. That is what Real Madrid needs. We do have a kind of. If we sign Dumfries, our right back position is gonna be like that. Quality, no matter who plays in that position. Okay, moving on from Dumfries, let's move on to the presidency of Real Madrid. Who is going to become the president? Florentino Perez is the favorite. I think he's gonna win the elections. And the reason why is he promised stars to come in. He's also showed off all the stars he's previously signed. And there's a lot of news reports of possible signings. It's looking quite promising. And I will trust Perez on this. His competition though, Riquelme, he has promised 2 big signings. Now I mentioned this in the previous video, but there are now names, possible names, for these 2 possible signings. The first one is Rodri. This is a big one. Rodri is one of the best CDMs in the world and is nearing the end of his contract. Could be an easy deal for Real Madrid to also make. Then you have the second option, which is rumored, but Erling Haaland. How is he gonna pull this off? He's gonna have to put in a 200 million bid and get Haaland out of a 10-year contract with Man City. It's crazy, like I'm telling you. And I've also heard of this rumor, which is his manager that he wants to bring is Mikel Arteta. This is kind of crazy and I don't believe it at all. It's just a rumor. I think Jurgen Klopp could be his manager, but Mikel Arteta, how are you gonna get this guy out of Arsenal? I personally do not know, but I think Riquelme's promises, it looks not very promising if I'm being honest, and it also doesn't look realistic. But of course, who am I to say that? I don't know these situations. We also had the internationals play. Vinny Jr., this man had an insane performance for Brazil against Panama. He scored in the first minute of the game, and it was a beauty. Then he had just an incredible match for Brazil. Then we had Argula, who played, I don't know against who he played, because I didn't watch the match, but I heard he was also quite good. And it's good you getting these players ready for the World Cup. June 11th is the first match of the World Cup. I'm excited for it. My country is going to be playing in that match. The time zones for this World Cup, because it's in America, it's going to be maybe not the best for most viewers. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section. I will be reading, will be responding. If you enjoyed the video, smash like on the video, because it helps out the channel, it helps me out. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Peace out.